Leccíon 16. An adventure in Africa. It was late at night, but Kevin lay awake in bed. He could not sleep because he was very scared. His bed was inside a giant camping tent, and just outside the tent were the fields of Africa, filled with wild animals. Kevin looked at his parents, who slept soundly in another bed across from him. He wondered how they could be so calm. What if a lion came into their tent to attack them? It took a long time before Kevin finally fell asleep. When the sun came up, he felt his mother's hand on his head. "Good morning, Kevin," she said. She looked happy and excited. "Time to wake up and go on the safari." "I'm scared," said Kevin. Before they left America on the airplane, his parents had explained to him that a safari was a long drive through nature, usually in Africa. During a safari, you can see lions and zebras living free, instead of cooped up in a zoo. "What if we get close to a lion?" he asked. "Oh, darling," she said, "like I told you, nothing will happen to us if we listen to what our guide says." Kevin rubbed his eyes and slowly put on his clothes. He listened to the birds singing outside and began to feel less afraid. He walked out of the tent into bright sunlight and ate his eggs quickly at the table outside. Then he got into a big green Jeep with his mother and father. The driver was a kind-looking man with a bushy gray beard. His name was Jim, and he was their guide. The Jeep took off along a dirt road. After a little while, Kevin saw something move out of the corner of his eye. "Wait," he said, "I see something." Jim stopped the car and told them all to get out. Kevin and his parents waited in the tall grass while Jim walked ahead of them and looked around. After a minute, Jim raised his hands in the air. "Shh," he whispered. "It's nothing dangerous. If we speak loudly, we'll scare it away." Kevin and his parents walked up to where Jim stood, and soon Kevin saw an animal come very close to them. It was a beautiful golden creature with dark brown spots and a very, very long neck. It had come to eat the leaves of a tall tree. The giraffe is the only animal around here tall enough to reach these leaves, whispered Jim. That is why it has always had food to eat. Wow, whispered Kevin. He could not believe how close he was to the giraffe. All his fears vanished, and he began to get excited about the day to come.